And now that everything is set up, guys, it's time for the first game. And we can witness the first match of the finals of the console platform between the 2024 FIFA E World Champion and the Western Asia regional winner. It's Bin Boys vs Hassan Pajani.
Hello, my name is Rizky Faidan. I'm from Indonesia. Of course, it's a great feeling. If you are here, you have to be the best in your region, so I'm proud of it. It will be a very proud moment for me to represent one of the biggest football club in England, and I think Arsenal is one of the strongest available team to use in the football championship. Actually, all of them will be so tough to play against, but if I have to choose one, it would be Nexa for me because I knew him. He is one of the best in Europe, but previously I never saw him in a tournament, so I don't really know how the way he play football right now. I have a pretty excellent records in several tournaments, so it might be efficient for me to maintain that result. I will doing everything to win that title. I need to be ready to face the best players across the world.
Hi everyone, my name is Hassan Pajani. I'm so happy to be here. It's a result of hard work and belief. Arsenal is a massive club with great history, and I honestly believe they are one of the best teams in England right now. My plan is focus on my gameplay, enjoy the match, and honestly for sure I want to have the best results. Everyone can be champion, and for sure I hope that person will be me. Honestly, I'm not thinking about being in top 2. My mindset is winning the tournament. My main objective is have a good football, good gameplay, enjoy the game, and for sure win the tournament.
See, our players are ready to go. They're just analysing and making sure that their lineups are all good and proper, Barry. But it was great to hear from both Bin Boys and Hassan there. Do you think there is an element of Hassan Pajani wanting to make sure that Bin Boys knows his name? Because when asked about who he was most worried
a bit
about,
of mind games,
didn't
Harry.
say
That's
Hassan
what I like.
Pajani.
I like the mind games though. I like it, and especially when Bin Boys is saying, I don't really know how Nexa plays eFootball. I mean, these guys know everything about everybody, in the scene. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a cracker.
That it will. We are now underway between Bin Boys and Hassan Pajani. The Arsenal FC Club Event Finals of 2026 is now underway. We have Bin Boys in the home strip, the ever recognisable red and white of the Gunners. And red cursor changed strip for Hassan Pajani, who's going to have to defend here early on, as Ødegaard has a chance to try and drive at the defence there, but looks as if Hassan Pajani wants to play direct. Either way, Bin Boys got the ball back. Oh, that's a rocket! Outside of the box. Nice double touch onto the left foot. Kai Havertz into the back of the net.
Perfect start for Bin Boys. I was just noticing there that Hassan Pajani, I was just about to say, he's gone, one blue, that he was just going to withstand the pressure a little bit and probably just try and hit him on the break. That's gone completely against what he probably had planned in the first 5 minutes as well, Harry. That's a big, big blow for Hassan Pajani.
Yeah, we saw it shift onto the left foot. Not sure if he got the full double touch animation off. We'll see it again here on the replay. Either way, left-footed strike is good enough for Havertz and Bin Boys to fire into the lead. What a strike! And I wonder, was there a super cancel in there, Barry?
It looked to be because we didn't even get a chance to really, to set up there. We just need to give us a chance, boys, to get in here. There's goals going in, after 5 minutes. But I do feel like that's the dream start. It looked like he kind of super cancelled out of it. It's a good observation and just got the shot off. I think Hassan Pajani was just caught a little bit cold there. That's what it was on the break.
I think you're absolutely right. Confirmation. Bin Boys with the latest goal.
Well, Hassan Pajani's not going to panic. He likes the possession. He likes to control the play. It's important that he doesn't go away from that early doors against the player of the talent that Benon Boys has, because that could be dangerous for him.
Could indeed. Here's one of the more exciting player cards you can use with this Arsenal team. Eberechi Eze. We spoke about it off air, didn't we, Barry? Probably one of the most exciting cards to use at the moment, thanks to that dribbling attribute he's got. Corner to come first, though. Eze away, and it's that magnetic dribbling, isn't it? It just makes him so difficult to steal the ball off.
And you can see in the hands of Benon Boys or any of these top guys, I mean, it's going to be very difficult to get the ball off those type of players. Arsenal are blessed, the squad is blessed with a lot of top rated players in the game and top talented cards in the game. So Benon Boys is having a nice spell of possession here since he kicked off, really. Hassan Pajani probably just not settled yet.
Yeah, you can see the intention. Just trying to settle himself here, maintain possession for 3 or 4 minutes and then decide to spring forward, but nothing really working for him so far. Benon Boys, the beneficiary of plenty of unforced errors. Of course, we have to credit Rizky Faidan as well with good defensive work to score that goal. Obviously reading and intercepting very well. Goalkeeper's come a long way here. Benon Boys tries to go for the strike. I think that was ambitious. Closed down quite quickly by Hassan. And now the Iranian thought about springing a counter of his own, but there's been one-way traffic in the opening 25 minutes. Calafiori needs to try and beat his man here. So patient by Benon Boys.
I think both of them are just feeling each other out a little bit now and just trying to... I'm surprised Hassan Pajani, he's very kind of drawn back, and Benon Boys is super aggressive, which I would have thought was kind of flipping it a little bit in terms of Hassan Pajani does like possession, but he hasn't really been on the ball at all, Harry, so he hasn't been able to control the tempo at all.
Yeah, has flattered to deceive so far in the opening moments of this club finals. Of course, gold medalist at the 2019 IESF and 23 IESF championships. Gold medalist at the Global Esports Games as well in 2022, Hassan Pajani. So he knows what it's like to win tournaments and push on. Here he is now with Bukayo Saka far side. Just holding the ball up, but that's really good work by Calafiori. Rare mistake though by Benon Boys, cannot be capitalised upon. Well, here's that 1-2, lovely ball over the top. Here's the goal scorer. Havertz plays it wide. Saka beats the first man on the press. Can't find Eze in the box.
It's tense. I think they're still figuring each other out, and I think that Hassan Pajani is probably thinking, how do I get on a little bit more of the ball, because you can see he's under pressure even when he's trying to play a bit of possession. There's a very high aggressive press on from Benon Boys, and that could be hard to counter as well when you in your first game, you know, you're dealing with it straight away.
Here's Eze.
That's class.
That's the type of skills that this Showtime card can provide. Now into Jesus onto the right foot from quite far away, but it will be a first corner for Hassan Pajani. 5 minutes from half time. This was good work.
Yeah, you could see that first bit of comfortable possession, and it builds into a really good attack. That double touch again gets it out of the feet. It's a smart save.
Benon Boys surviving the first real attempt on his goal here in match 1. Front post the target here, trying to knock it down to Zupimendi, but cleared by the Indonesian Benon Boys. Not really a press far enough up the pitch here for Benon Boys, and now Hassan can continue his late pressure here in the first half. Good tackle and clearance there from Binong Boys. Looks like half-time approaching. We're into the last attack of the half territory here, Barry.
Yeah,
looks like it's going to go Hassan.
Yeah, he's pulled back. Binong Boys doesn't want to concede before the half now.
Is there a last twist in the tail of the first half of match 1? Doesn't look to be, as the ball will be cleared up the pitch, and that will be the half-time whistle. A 6-minute goal by Kai Havertz, thanks to an interception by Binong Boys, means he will lead in the first half, going into the second, 1-0.
Yeah, it's more tactical than I thought. I mean, two of these guys, we were probably expecting a lot of, you know, really high octane action, and I just feel like the two boys, they've just kind of maybe shown each other a lot of respect in that they both know that these are really good, talented players. I do feel like it might open up again, but the first game out is always a little bit cagey as well.
It's always difficult being the curtain raiser, you're right, and for Hassan, he needs to steady himself here in the second half. Red cursor and changed away strip for Hassan Pajani.
One thing I'm really impressed with it for people watching at home, if they see Binong Boys, he's manually adjusting the defensive line. You'll see it now here. He's just done it on his attacks and his defensive shape. And I think it's actually kind of thrown Hassan Pajani a little bit in terms of how much space he has in the midfield. But when he looks to push it into this area, he seems to be under a lot of pressure from attacking players, even Saka getting back there or Eze getting back there. It seems to be kind of throwing him a little bit.
Binong Boys obviously known for his close calls in both co-op and 1v1 in the World Championships of 2019. So far so good in the Arsenal finals. Has to defend this attack though. Eze back to Calafiori. Just doesn't seem to be any lane open here for Hassan. Very patient from him though.
It's a good play.
Now near side, can he conjure anything up? Zubimendi. Oh, that's a good tackle. Good step up there by Declan Rice, but met in kind by Hassan.
A bruising one.
Doesn't want to give up this possession just yet. Bukayo Saka. Is there a final product there? No, Eze's there for Binong Boys, and that, I feel, has been the tale of Hassan's game so far, Barry.
Yeah, it has. I mean, as you called it, Eze has definitely been played a lot with, you know, he's been played onto the ball quite a bit. And both of these guys are really, really good dribblers. I think it's opening up slightly now, though. It's definitely opening up a bit, Harry.
The attendance for this match was 60,179.
So just past the hour mark then. Binong Boys 1, Hassan Pajani 0. These two very experienced eFootball players fighting a war of attrition so far. Now we're past the hour mark. We're sort of into the territory where those super subs could come into play.
Yeah. Maybe Hassan Pajani's looking at that now just to give himself a little bit of a boost. It's just been a very, very tactical setup from Binong Boys so far. I've been very impressed how patient he is. He's not pressing. He's not leaving gaps, apart from this, just as I said it.
Curse of the commentator. Here's Eze. First chance for Pajani to really... Oh, he's gone straight for goal. I was going to say stretch his legs, but he's gone for goal. Here's Saka. Frame of the goal. Oh, that's really nice. Really nice double touch into Gyökeres. Oh, can't quite pull the trigger.
It just didn't. It just kind of bobbled towards him rather than being passed very, very with pace, because that's a goal otherwise. But what an effort, a moment of magic. We just said it. There wasn't many gaps appearing. That's why these guys are at this stage. I mean, that just came from nothing. Brilliant bit of ingenious, I would say, from out wide, and then, man, that on another day that goes in, Harry, doesn't it? It's just he hasn't really got into the game, I think, today, Hassan Pajani.
That was so close. When I saw that blue power bar, that control strike, I thought maybe there was going to be something into the far corner, and then I think the frame of the goal still shaking at this point in time.
Well, if that's me at home, I'm like, I'm cursing it, and I'm saying, why didn't that go in? But I do feel like they're definitely in the second half, there has been more encouraging signs for Hassan Pajani. Binong Boys has kind of gone back a little bit, retreated a little bit. He's still defending quite nicely, but I do think Hassan Pajani's grown into the game now a little bit, and as you said, the subs could make a big difference here.
Yeah, it looks like there's been subs on both sides. Obviously, we expect that at this stage of the competition. Why not if you have subs available to you? And Arsenal have such a strong squad. Why not put them into action?
Number 8.
But following that melee,
Number 4.
it will be a near-sided corner
29.
for Hassan. Last time front post was the option for him. Let's see if he tries something different here.
Coming on the field.
It will be something different towards Madueke. It's headed on towards Havertz, and Gyökeres is there! Here is the equaliser. Hassan Pajani, for all his second half pressure, is now on the board. He equalises. And you'd say, given what we saw before the corner, Barry, that's probably fair based on the balance of play. I think
that's a justice is served goal, is what I would call that, Harry. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's just a complete lucky break there, but he does nice to kind of control it. And I mean, that's what you want your centre forward doing. You want him in those areas. It's a simple finish, control with the head, drops, goal. And there's the celebration. I'm sure Hassan Pajani will be running that one as well. Kind of deserved, though, I would say, based on the second half. I think Benon Boys has just kind of gone back a little bit into, his defensive mode, and Hassan Pajani now is going to steady the ship again.
Well, whatever changes Hassan made have been very effective. As it's now Benon Boys 1, Hassan 1. Bit of funny business there from the goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper is
Benon will play
didn't know whether to come or go there, and then he decided he was in no man's land.
Here's Declan Rice for Benon Boys. I think he'll be a bit disappointed for all his defensive work rate and having scored so early on that he now finds himself sharing, as things stands, the points here in match 1. Can he change that? Trossard. Calafiori into the box now. Trossard waiting for the return. Goalkeeper wasn't beaten at his near post, and there was some manual goalkeeping in there as well.
Yeah, I definitely think so. And he made a slight mistake there. I know it's easy to talk about it here when you're analysing it in real time, but I think he probably felt he didn't have as much time on that ball to cut back in, and it would have been a nice simple finish into the right post. So that's just something that he can keep an eye on for future chances. But nice play, and that's where Bing Bong is, I think, really comes into his own, is those pockets of space, those little intricate passes.
Front post again, the destination for the corner. Calafiori and Trossard, they are combining nicely on this left-hand side. After a bit of wrestling over the ball, Benon Boys back in possession here. Zubimendi just waiting for a passing lane to appear. It'll be a free kick here.
Yeah, it's probably too wide of an angle to take it on, but this is a chance. Definitely is a chance.
Well, we're approaching the final 5 minutes here in match 1. Played short. Ethan Wary. Who can he find in the box? Just trying to shake Odegaard first. And he's actually unable to do so. Played up to big Kai Havertz, but he's
heavy touch as well, wasn't it?
It's getting a bit sloppy here towards the 90th minute of match number 1. Nwaneri just playing it back to his centre-backs here, 90th minute. We're in, again, last attack of the game territory. And it seems to me as if Hassan is just shielding the ball.
Yeah, both men look happy enough with the point, I think, here, which is, I feel it's probably a fair result, unless we get a last sting here.
Could well be. Madueke skips over the challenge. Now, is there a blue shirt to be found? Benon Boys being tested of his defensive capabilities. Madueke, though, who can he find in the middle? Is Havertz. I think this will be cleared, and I think the referee will indeed blow his final whistle. What a game between Binong Boys and Hassan Pajani. They share the points, 1 goal apiece. Wow.
I think
1-1.
probably a fair result based on everything that we did see in that game there. Hassan Pajani came into it in the second half, definitely. I feel he'd be a little bit disappointed, you know, conceding that goal early doors, but sometimes, you know, that happens, and it's, you know, the sign of somebody that is going to be a champion is somebody that is just able to keep playing the same way he plays, that works for him. Like that goal there is a lovely, you know, as you said, you called it a cancelled super shot where he doesn't let the animation go fully through. It's switched onto the left foot. It's unsavable, really. But he did keep plugging away, Harry. He did get back into it. I think that will stand him today in the tournament.
Yeah, it was about, 65 or so in-game minutes that Hassan trailed after that goal by Havertz. Put Binong Boys into the lead, but yeah, didn't give up, did he, Hassan? That first half was a bit of a torrid time for him, but that second half there was plenty of pressure, lots of shots, lots of chances, and it was the corner following the big melee in the box, if you will.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, I think he did deserve the goal, in fairness. I mean, he had chances, that was a half chance. He was kind of knocking on the door for a while, and I definitely think he did deserve that point out of that game. And it could be a big result for him based on, you know, you don't want to lose your first game, do you? I know drawing obviously is not what these guys aim to do, but you don't want to lose your first game out, I think, as well.
So this was the big chance then. Eze inside, we said about his Showtime card being really, really dangerous. Can't afford him any time and space. There were 2 chances that came from him beating his man. Then this corner was enough for Hassan Pajani to reap the rewards of his pressure. And that was the goal, Barry, that saw him equalise. It was fair enough on the balance of play. It's not the most pretty goal in the world.
Yeah, of course, will they all count? It doesn't matter once they go in. That's what Hassan Pajani will be saying. I don't care how I scored it, if it's a moment of brilliance or if it's if it's a lucky enough bounce there. But I mean, you talk about luck and you talk about, you know, rebounds and stuff like that. At the end of the day, I mean, his formation is set up in a certain way to have his striker in that position. This was another good chance here. I think if Binong Boys was to get this back, he just probably felt like Hassan Pajani was going to rotate slightly a little bit, but in fact he actually commits to the tackle. You can see here that he's kind of on the ground. I feel like he could have taken that in around and scored, but again, it's easy for us to talk, you know. It's easy for us to talk. These guys know what they're doing. So yeah, a fair result, I think, Harry, all in all.
Yeah, I would say so. Here's the match stats. But in the end, Giselle, it is Binong Boys 1, Hassan Pajani 1. The points are shared between the two. And a very attritional affair. It was very, very tactical in the end.